Hello, my dear students of Blooming Flower School. It's been a long time. Can you see me? Do you still recognize me? Because it's been already a month that we haven't met. So I hope you are well aware of the thing that is going on right now, the pandemic COVID-19. So due to this reason, the school is being closed, and hopefully we will continue with regular classes very soon, but I do not have any idea about when it will exactly start. So the school committee has decided to start with online classes. So as for grammar, I'm going to teach you all I know. I will be trying to teach you all I know. So please cooperate. Do not ignore just because I'm not present there with you. I'm not physically there with you out there. Do not neglect it. Because this is going to be very important. Alright, in today's class, we are going to talk about parts of speech. Okay, parts of speech, we have been learning about it since class 4, 5, 6, I think. So you already have an idea about it, at least some. But today we are going to, this class is going to be only an overview of parts of speech, because we will try to discuss it in detail about each and every parts of speech. There are 8. So every parts of speech we will try to discuss about it in a more detailed way in the next few classes to come. As for today, it will only be a summary. So the first one being noun. So you already know what noun is, but this is just like a reminder because you haven't come to school for a long time. Maybe you have already forgotten what noun is. So noun, name of anything. That is the most simple term. That is the most simplest definition that can be given, yet very meaningful. So noun being the name of anything. Okay, an example. What will you call this? What do we call this thing that I'm holding right now? So this is called marker. The name given to this thing is called marker. So therefore marker is a noun. So the name my parents has given me is Lalri. This person is called Lalri. So the word Lalri is a noun. Just like that, it can also be emotions. Noun can also be emotions. Suppose if I'm like very angry, what do you call it? Anger. That is the name given to that thing. Anger. So anger is also A-N-G-E-R. Anger is also a noun, and this is also a noun. And marker. Marker. M-A-R-K-E-R. Marker is also a noun. Or it can be name of place. Name of place. Let us call, what do we call this place? The place where we live in Jiribam. So Jiribam. Noun. So nouns, again nouns is classified into like common noun, proper noun, concrete noun, abstract noun. But as I have said, we will not go into the details. So we'll leave it for the next classes. So noun, we have to be very clear about this, because if you are not clear with the first parts of speech, because they all have a relation. The next will come pronoun, then will come verb, adverb. They are all related to each other. So if you do not have a good idea or understanding of the first parts of speech, you will face a problem when we proceed to the next one. So try to review it yourself. Try to, revise it yourself. I may not be, as I have said, I may not be there physically with you, but practice it yourself. Try to make a sentence. This is how you will do. Try to make a sentence with the word anger or any other person name, or suppose it is usually difficult to make a sentence with abstract nouns. When I say abstract, things that you cannot touch, like hunger, beauty, these things, it is very difficult to make sentences. But once you have learned making sentences out of abstract noun, you would find it very easy to make sentences for the other nouns such as concrete nouns like pen, pencil. So attempt to make a sentence out of abstract noun. Alright, we will try to proceed with the next one. But before that, I am going to rub this off. So, Dui nombor, that is number 2. Dui nombor kanai. Ani suwa. Okay, pronoun. P-R-O-N-O-U-N. Pronoun. Pronoun is a word that can substitute noun to avoid repetition of that particular noun. Pronoun comes where you try to avoid repetition of the same word, mentioning the same word again and again, like your brother Paul, who is now behind the camera. Hey, Mr. Paul. Okay, I'm going to use you as an example. Paul is a good boy. Paul goes to school every day. I'm going to close the door. I'll be back soon. Alright, because it's raining. So, Paul. We're talking about Paul. Paul is a good boy. Paul goes to school every day. Instead of repeating the word Paul again and again, I'm going to use the word he. So, Paul is a good boy. So, instead of repeating the word Paul is a good boy, Paul goes to school every day. So I'm going to inject the word he here. Instead of the word, I'm going to substitute this word Paul with the word he. Paul is a good boy. He. So let this be a new sentence. He goes to school every day. So I'm avoiding repetition of the word Paul. So any word that you use to avoid repetition of a noun is called pronoun. So it can be they, them. The girls are naughty. The girls, what will I say? Give me a sentence. The girls are naughty. The girls do not obey their parents. So instead of mentioning the girls again and again, the girls are naughty, they do not obey their parents. So I'm using the word they. So the word they is pronoun. So another example will be I, we, and so on. So that is what pronoun is. We will continue with the third one. The third one will be verb. Verb. You have always heard about verb. Whenever the word verb is mentioned, the thing that comes first to your mind is action, action, action. It's the same with me. Whenever teachers, when I was your age, whenever teacher mentions the word verb, the thing that first comes to my mind is action. So, verbs, when we talk about verb are those words that describes about action. It can be singing or sing simply, or run, jump. There are different forms of verbs that we will learn in the next classes or whenever it is convenient. Pass, present, future. So the uses of words depend on these three things. Sometimes you will have to use this word sing as sang, or sometimes sung, or sometimes sings, depending on the tense. Therefore this verb is very, very important. It forms the base, it is at the base of grammar foundation, let me say. So in order to be well acquainted with grammar, in order to know very well, you need to have a good idea or learn by heart all the forms of the verbs. That is past, present, past and past participle. Like I've always told you to learn by heart those words given in your textbook, like go, went, gone, run, ran, run. Alright, you have to learn by heart all those things. I have reminded you many times. So when you are back in the school, I'm going to ask you, and if you cannot answer a word, see this? No, just a joke, just kidding. But okay, I will deal with you later. When you come back, if you do not learn those words, I am going to deal with you. Alright, verb. So it's already clear here. It describes actions. Any word that describes actions, like, okay, let us use our favorite example, Mr. Paul. Paul sings a song like Justin Bieber. We had to pause the video because Paul was laughing. So Paul sings a song like Justin Bieber. So the word sings here is verb, but he never sings. I have never heard him sing a song. Alright, and the usage of the verb, like I have mentioned earlier, keeps on changing because of these tenses, past, present and future. We are going to learn. We are not going to leave this thing. This is going to be very, very important. Okay, let's move on to the fourth one. So we have learned, let me make a short this here. Noun. We have learned what noun is. Number 2, pronoun. Number 3, verb. Now, number 4, adverb. What is an adverb? As the word itself says, there is add. Remember the word add. Adding more meaning to verb. So, adverb is a word, or are those words that tells us or gives answer to questions such as how, when, how often. So, like loudly, L-O-U-D-L-Y, loudly, how, it answers the questions of how the action is being carried out. That is, how the verb is being carried out in a sentence. So, or let us mean yesterday, it answers the questions of when. When did it happen? Yesterday, so adverb. And how often? Regularly. Paul attends the class regularly. So this is adverb. Daily. The previous example. Paul goes to school daily. Never mind the handwriting. Alright, so here you can see another form of verb again. That is why I'm saying we are going to deal with this verb in the coming classes, because just see, there is another form of verb coming up here. Another form of the word go. Alright, so that is adverb. That means it tells us about how a verb is being carried out. The action is being carried out, how, in what manner, how often, when. So let us move on to the next one, that is number 5. Before that, I will include adverb here, just to remind myself that I have already described about this thing. Now the next come 3, 4, number 5 would be preposition. No, adjective. Because adjective has a relation with noun. Adjective, T-I-V-E. You know the spelling. So adjective is a word. Adjectives are words that describe or give more information, a more detailed information of a noun or pronoun. Example would be like tall, T-A-L-L, tall, or ugly. Paul, shall I use you as an example with these words? Do you want to be used as an example, Mr. Paul, with this word ugly? I will not, don't worry. Alright, adjective. It gives you more detailed information about a noun or a pronoun. Tom is a tall boy. So, tall is the word that gives you an information about this boy. This is a noun. Boy is a noun. That is why the word or a word which gives us more information or which describes a noun or pronoun is called an adjective. That is why this is an adjective. Just like that, any word that gives more information about pronoun or a noun will always be an adjective. Adjective is classified again into different forms, but as I have said, we will not go into detail. We will leave it for the next classes. Okay, the next one, number 5, we have done adjective. Now we'll move on to the next one, that is number 6. Number 6, preposition. So preposition is a word that tells us the relation between two or more words, a noun and a pronoun or noun and a noun. So it generally expresses these things, a manner in which thing is carried out. It can refer to time, it can refer to place or position. So few examples would be like in, at, on. I'll give you an example here. Manner. When he came to school by bus. He came to school by bus. So the word by is going to be preposition here. So in simple terms, prepositions are those words that tell us about the relation between the subject and the object, or it can be between two words. It can be noun and pronoun also. So when it expresses the relation between time, it can be at, in, like meet me at 3 o'clock. Meet me at 3 o'clock. The word at is preposition. Then I was born in the year 19 something. So the word in will be preposition. Or on can also be here. The word on can also be preposition. So and you can tell the place or position. Few examples would be like under, beneath, or above. So we'll go on to the next one. That is number 7. Number 7, conjunction. So if you clearly see the word, you will get a hint of what conjunction will be. If you see the word junction, junction is a place or where two roads meets or where two roads joins each other, where two roads connects. So junction. That means conjunction is a word that join two or more words or phrases, or it can be clauses also, or two sentences also. Those words that join such sentences, clause or words are called conjunction. And few examples would be like one of the most common example of conjunction is and, if, but, bread and butter, apple and mango, an apple and mango. So these two are joined by the words and, or I will beat you if you don't. Okay, you can continue the sentence. And the word but or unless, these are all conjunction because they can help us join two words or sentence. So any words that helps you in connecting or joining or linking two phrase or sentence are conjunction. So let's go on to the last one, which is interjection. Number 8. Interjection. So interjections are those words that expresses our sudden emotions or something natural or spontaneous that comes out naturally. Those words are called interjection. So words such as oh or these are all exclamation, therefore they have exclamation mark. Alas, one of the most common example of interjection, or hooray, or it can be words. Girls, they often use these words. Oops. These are also interjection. So any words which expresses sudden emotions or some spontaneous feeling are called interjection. So you are going to make a sentence out of all the words. Try and practice making a sentence because it will help you in formation of a sentence when you write your essays, and your construction of a sentence will be much easier if you keep on practicing all these things with there are 8 parts of speech already here, starting from 1 to 8. So keep on practicing making a sentence out of each word. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give you some few words through which by which you are going to make a sentence for each word. So this is all for today. We'll wrap up here, and in the next class we'll try to continue with the detailed explanation of each parts of speech, and after that we will come to tense again. So this is all for today.